What's up everyone, welcome to DeFi Digs. Today we're going to take a look at Orca, which is built by Kujira. And Orca is a liquidation protocol that allows people to participate in liquidations that happen on Anchor Protocol, which is on Terra. If you guys are not familiar with Anchor Protocol, I have a video breaking that down, and I'll put a link to that video in the description below. So whenever you borrow in DeFi, typically you are over collateralizing your loan. So let's say you put up $1,000 of bLUNA and you're borrowing $500, you have a 50% LTV ratio. When that ratio reaches a certain threshold, your loan will get liquidated. These liquidations typically occur, in the background, done by bots or sometimes ran by the protocol itself. But Kujira built an app that allows anybody to participate in those liquidations. And as mentioned, this is done on Terra. They do have plans to expand to other protocols and other chains. We'll kind of cover the roadmap very briefly towards the end, but let's walk through the app itself. And first, let's talk about what actually happens when a liquidation occurs. So as mentioned, when a loan reaches a certain LTV threshold, that collateral gets liquidated. And what's happening is a liquidator is bidding on that collateral at a premium or a discount, same thing. And when that bid gets filled, they're receiving that collateral at a slightly discounted rate. The bid itself goes back to the protocol to cover the amount that was lent out, and then the loan itself gets closed, and the borrower no longer has anything to pay back, but they lose their collateral. So you get to be the liquidator in this process on Kujira, and let's kind of walk through what that looks like. So you connect your Terra wallet. You have two markets that you can bid on currently because Anchor currently accepts bETH and bLUNA as collateral. So you can bid on each of these separately. You choose the premium that you want to bid on, which just means the amount that you're going to get a discount on bLUNA on. So let's say we wanted to do 5% and then put up $500 UST. We just place that bid. Your wallet's going to pop up and you just send that transaction through. And that bid is going to show up right down here. I don't know if you guys saw that pop up, but it says it'll take about 10 minutes for that to get ready. So you need to actually activate the bid once you put it in here. So in 10 minutes there will be an activate button. You just hit that and then it will be active. Let's cover off on some of the UI elements here. So the very top graph here is going to be each of the premium levels. So they range from 0% to 30%. If you put a 0% premium, you're not going to receive any discount on that collateral. And if you put a 30% discount, you'll receive a 30% on that. It's going to go from left to right. So it's going to fill the smaller premium, empty the smaller premium pools first and sort of work its way up. So the only way that it's going to get really high up into this 20-30% range is if there's a massive chain of liquidations that occur, and Luna or ETH saw a huge pullback. So you're typically going to see most of the bids in this kind of 5 to 6% range, just because those kind of represent a decent discount but still have some likelihood of getting filled. Down here, the red bars, you can see kind of the frequency at which those pools have been completely emptied. So this 2% pool has been completely emptied 66 times since Kujira launched Orca. And they obviously kind of slowly go down, which you would expect to see. The 12% pool is the last pool that has been emptied one time. Beyond that, none of the pools have been emptied. So obviously decreasing odds that these get filled. Now remember, liquidations occur after a big drop in price. So you're already going to be getting bLUNA or bETH at a pretty low price because it's going to be after a big dump. And then in addition to that, you're going to be receiving the discount that you bid on. So let's say Luna pulls back 20%, that liquidates a bunch of people. You then get a 5% discount on that, and your bLuna will be filled right here and available to withdraw. In some ways, you could kind of view it as like a discounted limit order almost. So let's take a look at just some of these other numbers here really quick. So ratio of pools to lock collateral value, 2.2%. So of all of the collateral value that's deposited into Anchor, there's 2.2% of that in Orca waiting to fill bids. Kind of self-explanatory stuff here. And then on the bottom, we have recent activity. So this is going to show all placed bids, all retracted bids, and then all claimed amounts, you know, which collateral they're bidding on, the premium, and things like that. So this is just sort of a activity chain right here. These are your bids right here. As I mentioned earlier, you do need to activate your bid. You can retract and cancel your bid at any time as well. And then when you receive bLuna for liquidation, it's going to show up right here, and you just need to withdraw that and it will get deposited into your wallet. I do want to cover off on the analytics section very quickly. So the analytics section is available to people who are staking 300 KUJI tokens, and that just shows you sort of where various loans are at on their LTV. So this is going to show kind of a cumulative amount. Anything to the right of here kind of slowly decreases as we go up, and then this is showing loans at specific total loan amounts at specific levels. So the 37% LTV has by far the most amount borrowed right there. And then these are just sort of recent liquidation events, how much was liquidated, what time they were liquidated, and then another kind of activity log of those liquidations itself. As I mentioned earlier in the video, they do have plans to expand beyond just Anchor and just Terra. Looking at the roadmap, we're kind of right here, just getting their token listed on some centralized exchanges. They do have plans to develop a bit more in their analytics. Also allow you to place bids with aUST, which is super interesting. aUST is UST deposited into Anchor Earn, which is earning 20%. So right now you can only deposit UST, which means that the UST that you do deposit is just kind of sitting dormant. It's not earning, it's not doing anything. You're just waiting for your bid to be filled. When you can deposit aUST, things get pretty interesting then, because you can earn 20%, roughly 18, 19, 20% on your UST while you're waiting for your bid to get filled. So that will be super cool. bSOL is going to get added into Anchor, which soon as a collateral type, it will also get added into Orca for a market to bid on. And then they do have plans to kind of go cross-chain. I know that I think Solana was listed and some other chains as well. So very cool protocol, you know, something that's not really available on other chains and other apps. So you can kind of use it strategically if you think that the market's running a little hot, or you see that there's a lot of people taking out high LTV loans. You might want to kind of place some bids and try and get some cheap Luna. So just wanted to cover that really quick. Let me know if there's any questions in the comments. If you guys liked the video, found it helpful, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.